Hi everybody, this is going to be my review and cold start of the Husqvarna 130BT backpack blower. So, this is the first backpack blower I've had for my lawn service, and I got it for my birthday a 2 years ago. It's probably got about 50 or 60 hours on it. I primarily use it at our church when we're blowing off the parking lot, so that's usually 2 hours weekly, so, and then I use it at our house when we're cleaning up leaves in the yard. So, this is it's an expensive blower. I think it's about like $250 or something right now. But it's kind of underpowered, I think, for the size of it. It is a smaller backpack blower, more for like the small homeowner. But it's enough power for what I need. It can't move big piles of leaves though, is the only thing. But it still does move leaves, and I primarily use it for blowing off grass clippings, or when I fertilize a yard, I blow off the fertilizer from the sidewalk or driveway or whatever. But it's very easy to pull over. I'm not saying it has a low compression. It's just easy to start, and it has a foam air filter, which I'm not too fond of really, because the foam degrades over time and lets dirt through. But this is what the foam filter looks like. It's kind of dark because it's dirty, but and then it just sits right here. But it does have some power, but I'm looking at probably upgrading to a 150 BT, which is the next model up from this one, or buying a BR 550 from Steel, or possibly BR 600 Magnum. But this it has a nice size fuel tank, so it can run for about an hour and a half or 2 hours on that. And I usually can blow off our whole parking lot in one tank of fuel in this. But yeah, and I've had it for 2 years now. I think this is gonna be the 3rd year. And I've never replaced the spark plug in it because it's just not had any problems. It's an NGK CMR7H spark plug, and it's on top, so it's very easy to access. You just have to pull the spark plug wire off and use your wrench and take it out, so that's really easy to get to. So that's kind of nice for maintenance. The starter rope is a pretty good quality starter rope. It's not frayed yet, and it's like I said, it's probably got about 60 hours on the blower, so that's pretty good for that many hours. But yeah, and it runs on 50-to-1 gas and oil mix. I just use the same oil that I use for my Echo equipment as for this. And it's got a cap retainer so it doesn't fall in the dirt. And it's got a fuel filter. It's pretty much all equipment has a fuel filter, but it has a nice size fuel filter. It catches pretty much all the debris. I've never had any problems with ethanol in the fuel and getting in the carburetor or anything, because I usually run it at least once a week. Use it for my lawn service and blow at our house. But yeah, I don't use it. I use it pretty much all year round. So it's not like it sits all winter with fuel in it or anything. The fuel lines there's just 2 fuel lines on it. They're getting kind of hard, so I'll probably be replacing those sometime soon. But I'll do a video of it to show you, like how to do it and stuff like that. But yeah, and then yeah, like I said, I'll do a video of it. It's pretty easy to assemble, but I'd suggest getting like putting a little bit of like 3-in-1 oil on the tubes, like where they slide together, because they're kind of hard to get locked in place. And that's the full length tube on it right now, because I'm kind of tall, so it's easier to use the full length tube. There's not very many scratches on it except for on the muffler shield. I was at church and I forgot the blower was behind the pickup truck, and I tripped over it because I was walking around getting my string trimmer. But yeah, the muffler guard's all scratched up, but I don't really care. Yeah, it's got the throttle lock on it, which is kind of nice. So pretty much all blowers have that, I think. But it's so you can lock it open, so you can work in like a large area and not have to hold the throttle trigger. The wires and the throttle cable are all shielded through the cable thing there, so that's kind of nice to protect them. And then it has like a dampening system on it, so it's not so there's not so many vibrations. I don't really like the 150 BT has better shocks than these. There's kind of like rubber things that sit on it, and then there's a spring up top here. And on the other side, there's also another rubber shock like that. You can see the fuel's pretty low on it right now, but I haven't taken the spark arrestor out of it yet. So I think the spark arrestor, blowers sound better without a spark arrestor. I haven't taken it out yet because I don't think the warranty is probably up now, but whatever you do, don't take the spark arrestor out when it's still under warranty, because that'll void it. Don't know why it does, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it. The straps are pretty comfortable. I'll just show you. And this is 69 decibels. I believe the 150 BT is like 74, if I remember right. But yeah, they're pretty padded. And then there's padding on the back. Whoops. Sorry about that. But there's padding on the back here, like where your back sits. And there's quite a bit of dirt back there, but yeah, they're pretty comfortable. They're adjustable, which is kind of nice. Let's see, it's 69 decibels. And let's see if I can show you the model and specs and everything on it. So 130 BT, it's 29 cc displacement. The compliance period for it from the EPA is 300 hours, which is pretty long. So the compliance period is basically like they estimate how long the blower or any piece of equipment will work without having any major problems, like engine rebuild or stuff like that. But yeah, it's better than the 50-hour like weed eater blower or something, or the weed eater Featherlight or something. But yeah, I think it's a very good quality blower for the homeowner that's not doing a lot of work. I'm probably going to upgrade this year, probably at the end of the year, for a I would like to get a Steel BR 550 or BR 600 Magnum, but that's kind of a little out of my price range right now. I'll probably just end up getting like a Echo, one of their backpack blowers, one of the more professional ones, not one of the low noise ones. They're all pretty quiet, but it has a hip mount throttle. But yeah, so I'll do a cold start of it. Let me move the tripod over here. And the switch is on the over there with the throttle lock. You push it up for the to turn it off, and then you push it down all the way. You push it down past that spot there where it is now. It's on right now, but you push it down farther than where it is right now to lock the throttle open, and then the throttle trigger, excuse me, is on the other side. And then the handle's adjustable. There's just a little nut, a little clamp you loosen, and then you can slide it forward or backward depending on where you want it. But yeah, it has fairly low vibration when it's at idle. And I actually turned up the idle speed a little bit because it was kind of low. But yeah, so I'll do a cold start of it. Can you see that? Yes. Okay. So the choke on this is up. And it's right here. It's this little red thing. I don't know if you can see it, but then the primer bulb is on the bottom of the carburetor, which is kind of hard to get to, in my opinion. Should be like on the side or top of the carburetor. You just give it about 10 or 12 primes. That's how much I usually give it. So it's 2 pull. Let me move this. So yeah, it runs pretty good. It's pretty quiet. This is at idle, and it's really quiet. Yeah, I highly recommend this blower for just like a lawn service that's just starting out or something. Just turn that off, but yeah, I highly recommend this blower for someone who's just starting out in the lawn care industry, or if you're just a homeowner that needs a small, lightweight backpack blower. I think it weighs like 10 pounds or something like that. Excuse me. But yeah, it's a really good backpack blower for a homeowner, like I said. So if you have any questions, write a comment below the video. As always, comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you later.